If you don't watch this till the end, you're missing out. Let's do some fish room stuff. Gonna reset this low boy. These rocks didn't work out. Had rocks poking up top. Trying to do a little aquascape. It just draws so much algae with these rocks. So gonna empty this and make it a catch-all for fish that are getting ready to go out, because this sitting where it sits in my fish room, this will be so easy to catch all the fish that are ready for sale. Like especially these platinum rice fish. Jeez. These things are so easy to catch. This will be better for the low boy in the long run too, because there's a lot of rock that was right in the middle of that tank too. So they are strong tanks. Rock free and dirty. That's how I like it. Especially when catching fish, you don't have to go try to move around things. So what I'll do is I'll put some floating plants in here, maybe just like keep the Anubias, Bulbitis, whatever's in here. I'm not gonna do much planting. It's got all the beneficial bacteria, all the good stuff the fish like. This will be my catch-all. But look how much water was displaced just from all those rocks. So there was that much water missing just from the displacement of rocks, which is pretty wild. That's quite a bit. It's at least a few gallons, if not more. And this is how much rock was in there. What, you got something to say? Also working on getting the new racks built. Still a lot of wood to cut, so many pieces. Those are the 3 racks I'm working on right now. 2 of those and 1 of these, which this holds 3 20 highs long ways, and then this holds 4 20 longs. So this will hold 16 20 longs. Well, that settled fairly quick. Still cloudy down from the side, but look at this new one up here. Look how crystal clear that is. No plants. It's been up for, shoot, I think 4 or 5 days at least. Because the glass is clean. That's a big part of it. Anyway, back to cutting. Also been working on the water system for this quarantine rack that I showed you guys in that last video. And the trim. Because I got a big auction on Saturday. I would love to get this done. I don't know, it's gonna be a push. Trying to keep up with all this content. So got these set up here. Nice and clear. Same over here, got that one. Still haven't put anything in them yet. It's been so busy. Still got a few baby barbs in here. Some of them are still really small. Oh, that one took off. They're all skittish of me now since I've been catching them. But I did end up having a lot more than I thought I did. I ended up selling about 50 of them this first week. So I went ahead and kept the sale price low at 25. They normally go for 30. Figured might as well discount it. Even though they're homegrown, it's nicer having homegrown than wild. But and these aren't all brother and sisters too. They actually have different parents, because I've gotten different groups throughout the years. You can see a bunch of them schooling up. They're all doing good, getting bigger. I probably will keep a few back for myself. Let me move some of them in here with these guys. And one of my bigger rainbows looks like must have died in here. That white spot, the algae's already eaten it. Could be why I got a lot of biofilm on the top of the pond. Probably do a water change for this, just freshen it up. Everybody else seems to be doing fine. A lot of these rainbows are getting fairly old, so things happen, it happens. I'm not gonna freak out about the system, because there's still a lot going on in here. I even found some baby Celebes half-beaks in here. See if I can find them on camera again. I know the Shelleys are still breeding like crazy. I need to get in here and just get the algae out of here. This thing has just become one huge metropolis for the Shelly's really, oh, there it is. I was like, I know there's got to be one hiding right in front of my face, but there's a young Celebes half pig. Hard to see on the camera, but that guy is tiny. Itty bitty. Oh, there's another one back here. It's like once you start seeing them, you see more. Well, you don't have any good spots to put them in here right now, so there has been a nice group starting to collect up here in this pond. I cannot wait to get this moved and get these guys out of there. We're still, I would say, a couple months from that, but in a couple months, wouldn't that be crazy? This won't even be here. They'll be in their ponds in a big fry rack system over there. I don't know, maybe 3 months, because that's a huge project to do what's back there in the fry section. Which their ponds is going to be the sump for it, which that thing is going to be crazy. And with the website and everything, my goodness, it's been hard to keep up with everybody. I'm gonna have to... This was awesome to see in the fish room. So this is a blue bolt caridina shrimp that's pregnant. Oh, come on, phone, quit glitching. Oh, there you can see. She's got her eggs. So that's a blue bolt caridina. And this is in a no filter sand substrate tank with my well water. No special conditioners or nothing. I've even got baby rice fish up there with them. And of course the rock piles. So that was great to see. I wish I would see wish my crystals would start breeding for me, but still no luck there yet. Oh, this one's looking chubby. I can't quite see her. Not really seeing anything from here. That's about as good as I could get zoomed in. Maybe she'll get closer, but one of the coolest things about these tanks, you can look down the row and see like the fish blue bolt tanks over in here. Here's where we're looking with the blue bolt. And since there's no light, the algae hasn't just taken over. You fanning? Actually, it's really hard to see, but I do think she's got eggs. With my eyes I can see, but with this camera, I can't see as well. But it looks like she's fanning and she's got some eggs. It's just her on that leaf. It's really hard to see. But she's fanning them. You can tell she's holding them. Sweet. And then a couple other sad things in the fish room. These marleri, well, I don't know, it's kind of bittersweet. They're all paired up in this tank. I don't want to get into them too much. These are Juliachromis marleri, but they've gotten paired up into this rock formation in here. So hopefully I see something from them sooner than later. They're still kind of young, so I don't know. We'll see. Really beautiful fish though. Like a saltwater kind. But on the same note of them killing their tank mates because they paired up like that, my sailfin shiners here, these natives that I got, the Hypolepterus that a lot of you guys like, they ended up doing the same. So these two are what is left out of my group. And I was just losing one by one. And I think it was just a hierarchy. A springtime hierarchy triggered them up. This male's totally alpha. Or it could be the opposite. I don't know which one's male and female. Often the male tends to be the smaller ones. Female tends to be the biggest one. So I don't know. But these two have been doing good for a while now without the others. And that one seems to be protecting the rock pile over there. So I think I'm going to move them again. What you guys may have seen in the fish room video, but I did have babies of them. So there's a little baby. You can see the stripe already looking like its parents. So hopefully I get more of those. Then also the shrimp next to them, the snowballs, all these are starting to breed out more. Hard to see in this glass though, but I've got the tangerine tigers. They're breeding out more too. Ooh, look at all them worms. So many worms in there with them. But they got babies, or well, about to have babies. Fire Red's getting their numbers back up slowly but surely. Helps that I don't have fish in their tanks anymore, but look at that contrast with the green and on the rock. It's pretty cool. Starting to get quite a few orange shrimp going as well. So slowly things are starting to turn out. Still got many tanks to still set up. Blue Dream's just solid as always. These things just are such prolific breeders. And these yellows, look how bright these things are. This is a new 40 of them. Love that contrast with that big lava rock. Oh, look at this meeting. Meeting of the shrimps. And these guys are liking their new space. I need to put more guppy grass in here though, because they have eaten it all. I'm pretty sure they've already been breeding in here. I want to make sure I keep them nice and fed and happy. That way we can have what happened underneath them happen again, because that was super awesome. And I did get this sump system. I'm trying to work up my shellies in here. So I got the shells in there. Still got to get the shellies in there. Which I got a ton of them down here in this tank. So I'll have more shells from this tank for them. And I may get a group out of the pond too, we'll see. And then we'll have some mixed genes of them for the big one. Also got more sand ready to go for whenever I can get this stuff out of here. But I've got a lot of painting to do with all these boards that I just cut. A lot of painting. That's going to eat up some time. It's going to be hard to stick up with all these videos for this. Look at that Bacopa. And some of these Glossolepis maculosus babies are getting pretty good size on them. Really need to pull this algae out, which I did add to the website. Some people were wanting it. And I can see why, because it's clean algae, not like stuff you get out of your pond or out of the waterways where you get a lot of things that you don't want in it. And it is it's the world's most universal plant. Mother Nature's great equalizer, so it is good for ecosystems and stuff. Obviously, as you can see with these fish. But did get that added to the website. I also got some of the bigger Melanitania picta, Aru 2 rainbow fish on the website. And then I also got some of the dwarf neons that I added to the website as well. I don't know how long those will last, but those usually go pretty quick. Freaking love them though. I love fish. Just look, especially these dwarf neons. These has always been one of my favorites. I've bred thousands and thousands of these, but this is why I love them, because they're such a good schooling and shoaling fish. It's because my finger's up here. They're like, oh, what's that? What's that? That's another trick too. If you're trying to get that camera shot with your fish or even catch them, put your finger up there like that. They always get curious. And these stragglers, you guys better leave me some babies. I think they're both males. They should be over here with this group. Still nothing out of them yet. Would be cool though. I always forget one or two in a tank. And by then it's like, oh, they probably predated. Man, look at them fire reds. See, the males, they're not always solid. Well, actually, the males are never solid. They do from afar look really good. Not that far. And then more of the barbs. Check those things out. Focus, camera. There we go. What's sad is, see, it's not, the reflection on this tank is not this bad in real life. It really isn't. The camera picks up so much more. It's ridiculous. Because there, it doesn't do itself a favor. There are the baby barbs. And this has been up for a while too. Look how clear this water is. And I think it's mostly due to the fact no feeding and there's no plants in there. That's a 55 gallon on its side. If I had time for aquascaping, there's a lot you could do there. Unfortunately, I don't. I really like that mirrored down image though, that's cool. And same with the one above it as well. Still just crystal clear. Been wanting to move the rope fish into here, but man, it's hard to. I think they really like that bed of algae. Swim, little buddy. Man, he's getting thick. Or she. There's a few updates of what's been going on in the fish room. Keep you members updated. Thank you all again for the awesome support. Really appreciate you guys. Moon's rising. Crazy.